Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And to continue with Kingdom Come Deliverance, Blind, I'm riding back to Rattay to report to Sir Radzig and also to talk to Sir Hans, because I have the Mask of Infinite Allure that he wanted me to get. There's a bunch of bandits that want to try their luck. You know what? I just saved like a second ago when starting the episode, so that hardly matters. Why is my bow not equipped? In fact, none of my weapons are equipped. That's certainly weird.
Blood will be spilt. Bring it on!
I'm mostly using the bow for practice. It's not really the most optimal way to dispatch them, because they are hitting me. But then, you know, I am heavily armored, so to be honest, their hits are not as painful, really. Is there more of them?
Who's there?
Are
You're
you
in the wrong
bandits?
place at the wrong time.
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna enjoy
are.
this.
Is that all you've got?
Come here, lily liver.
Who's there?
Well, I never.
The pig turns up.
Something broke with my bow. I have no arrows? How is that possible? I had like...
Is that the best you can do?
I had like 20 the last time I checked. How can I be out of arrows? Okay, I'll have to buy more when I'm at Rattay. To be honest, I feel like at this point gathering the loot is mostly a waste of time. Like, I don't really even have things to do with the money. You know, it's force of habit. It's difficult to let go. I will play Chumps, because at this point it's like tradition whenever I'm in Ledeczko.
My God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
Well, I have been assaulted, but
I'd like to try Chumps one more time.
besides the point.
Of course. Ah, one more chump. Excellent. So how much will you bet?
No half measures. What's there to save for, anyway?
That's the betting over with. Now here are your arrows. Take care. And now.
You've no chance against me, amateurs.
Okay, I'm doing remarkably poorly today.
Bloody hell, the wind took it.
But they are all horrible. Like, to be honest, I'm not sure
Damn, missed.
if this isn't a bug. Because, like, it's kind of ridiculous how bad they are.
Almost had it.
Even compared to me, and I suck. Like, they are not horrible in terms of accuracy, but they shoot so slowly that, to be honest, I can outshoot them. Because they barely get to, like, half of their available arrows by the time when the game already ends. So I'm not really sure what are they waiting for.
Oh, well, I won't miss the next one. Got it. Got it. Hit home.
Almost had it. Ah, well, I won't miss the next one. Another on target.
Damn, missed. Oh, well, I won't miss the next one.
Got it.
Like, this is already the end, and they are like at half their shots. If they, if they would have shot them all, they probably would have defeated me based on accuracy. But they shoot so slow that they don't have a
One
chance.
last arrow and that's it.
I wonder if that's a
I
bug.
won't miss the next one.
Got it.
So, how did it go?
Well done, Henry. You've come first. It looks like you really do know what you're doing with a bow. You're still not up to my standard, mind you, but a pretty good effort. Here are your winnings. I hope you'll wager them on some chumps again.
Okay, I'll play a couple more times, like 3 times the charm.
No.
Take care now.
Got it.
Oh, well, I won't miss the next one.
You've no chance against me, amateurs.
Hit home.
Let's see you beat that.
Damn, missed.
home. Hit. Bloody hell, the wind took it.
Oh, well, I won't miss the next one.
Okay, for once, this middle guy is actually doing pretty well. Like, he has a non-zero chance of defeating me if he gets his shit together regarding the rate of fire, because
You've no chance against
I
me,
won't miss the
amateurs.
next
yeah, I might actually lose. That's an interesting development.
Oh, well, I won't miss the next one.
Although, interestingly enough, it seems ties are awarded to me. Not sure based on what. But once I tied, and I still won, technically speaking, according to Radzig.
Hit home.
I've got this easy.
Hit home.
Bloody hell, the wind took it.
Damn, missed.
Got it.
Almost.
Yeah, I think the middle guy is actually going to win this time. Which, you know,
Hit
congrats
home.
to him.
Almost had it.
That's actually pretty impressive for once.
Hit.
Unless he ties, in which case I'll win.
Time's up, folks. One last
Hit
arrow.
home.
Damn, missed.
Well, it all depends if he hits this one. So, does it qualify as a win?
So, how did it go?
Well done, Henry. You've come first.
Okay, it does. And I leveled up, so that's enough. That's enough for now. Let's continue to Rattay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Theresa would like to go on a date. The weather is not as bad and it's like it isn't super late.
I've got something for you. I hope you won't need them, but just in case.
Thank you. I've got something that needs stitching up. Could you do it for me?
Hey,
All
lad.
right. I can't have you walking around in torn rags, can I? Show it here. Isn't it heavy? The armor, I mean.
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
I'd love to. I love it here by the water. But how come you've been so quiet the whole time? What's on your mind?
Food. I've already seen that once because I've been on this particular date, but then I died, so it didn't sort of register.
You're on my mind.
Oh? In what way?
Oh, you know. How pretty you look in that.
Ah. You think I look pretty, do you?
Yeah. Especially when you laugh.
I was afraid you'd say especially when you've no clothes on.
Well, now that you mention it.
Come here, you charmer. The time passes so quickly with you, Henry. Come and see me again sometime.
Okay, maybe I'll remember. Actually, Peshek,
How are you?
do you have any books on lockpicking?
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that. Good luck then.
Skillbook on pickpocketing. I don't exactly need that, but I'll take that because I can read it. It requires 0 skill, and it'll be good to pass the time. I'll level up reading while I do that as well.
I hear you're able to open locks without a key. Will you teach me how?
Certainly.
I want to achieve mastery.
You can't become a master overnight. You have to know almost everything before trying to achieve mastery.
Well, I'll think it over.
I think I have like 14.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, actually, Fritz and Matthew are in the tavern on the green, and they have a quest for me, so I think I might go and visit them.
Yeah.
God bless you. What troubles you?
Sir, this investigation into the Neuhof massacre, it's getting a bit complicated.
What have you found out?
I tracked down a gang of robbers who recruited killers for Pribyslavitz. They know the whoresons who torched Neuhof.
That's excellent news. Did you find out any more?
So far, not much. If I'm going to infiltrate them, I have to do what they say. That means murdering one of their former cronies, a fellow they call Pius. Apparently he was at Neuhof too.
You have to kill a criminal to prove yourself to them? Huh. I don't much like the sound of it.
That's not the worst of it. This Pius is hiding out in the monastery pretending to be a novice. I'd have to get inside the cloisters to get at him.
Good God above, that's another matter entirely. They don't let just anyone into the cloisters, and the abbot won't give up any of the novices. Secular law has no jurisdiction inside the monastery. But this is the second time that something untoward has happened there. First the counterfeiters, now this. I'd be glad to have someone take a look inside.
Okay, so he sort of concurs, but what is to be done with Pius? Yeah, that's my question exactly, because I would much rather not necessarily kill him. I'm not sure how implicated he is in all of the horrible things that they have been doing.
What should I do with Pius once I find him?
Don't kill him. Bring him to the bailiff in Rattay. He'll interrogate the man and give him a fair trial.
It doesn't sound like an easy task, sir. Getting into the cloisters, finding Pius, and then getting him to the bailiff.
Far from it, lad. But I have confidence in your abilities.
It seems like the only way to find Pius is to join the order. Damned if I know how, though.
A bit of meditation and learning would do you good. If it's really the only way to get to him, then you'll have to do it. I'm sorry I can't be of much help. Sadly, my relations with the monastery aren't entirely congenial. You'll have to figure something out for yourself. God be with you.
Okay, let's also talk to Sir Hans, if I can find him. It's probably at the tavern. Of course. Of course. Okay, do I have anything to sell?
I'll have a beer. Greetings. What business have you?
I got you that potion from the charlatan.
What charlatan? He's a man of learning who even cured the Pope of impotence. But thanks, Henry. I really appreciate your help. Once I drink this potion, every woman will faint at my feet. But I'm only interested in one. The fairest creature on God's green earth.
Yeah, the butcher's daughter, I know. And then what?
A rendezvous. She and I, under the cloak of night. And you shall be my herald of exalted words. You will hide and prompt me from a book of poetry.
I'll do what?
Here's a book of poems. I'll need a little time to get ready. Meanwhile, you can learn some poems off by heart. You'll prompt me.
Learn poetry? Me? That sounds... well, not exactly...
Stop wasting time and get to it. Come back to me in a couple of hours. I have to get dressed up and groomed, and it'll take a while before the potion takes effect. God be with you.
Okay, this is going to be hilarious, especially because, to be honest, what with me playing after work and being pretty tired, I'm not sure whether I can remember a poem by heart.
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
Can you teach me to be a better archer?
Certainly.
Okay, I can't though.
I want to achieve mastery.
You can't become a master overnight.
Yeah,
Well, I'll think it over.
it's a pity.
I'd like you to show me some hunting tricks.
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my skills.
First, you have to have some skills to hone.
Well, I'll think it over.
I was pretty sure I have more than
Take care.
10 in hunting.
Let's have a word about the price.
All right, so. Finally, a reasonable sum.
Okay, let's take a look at that book of poems. Gentle night, why linger on? I yearn thus for love so long. Without her words to still my breast, who shall set my soul to rest? And now my heart in sorrow dwells, from melancholy pining swells. Since I, alas, was forced to part from the mistress of my heart. O Lord, let me not wait in vain. I yearn to see my love again. O gentle sir, be of good cheer. I shall not cling to another dear. To love and be forlorn. To love and be forlorn is like night without a dawn. To be close and not to say, like winter frost in May. To have lips and yet kiss not, is like having grain, is like leaving grain to rot. To love without consummating is like unsown fields in the spring. What? That doesn't even rhyme. Those poems are kind of crap. I'm not sure whether Sir Hans realizes that. I shall love you then, my dear, as long as you lie with me here. And if you'll not give your all to me, no longer shall I bide with thee. Okay, this is downright wrong. Like, this is a poem about how the speaker supposedly loves someone, but only insofar as that someone gives him sex, because that's what the line give your all to me means, right? That means, and especially that part about consummating, it means having sex. This is a poem about how someone's love extends only insofar as the physical attraction, which is downright depressing, and also kind of like potentially there are like rapey bits in this poem to me. This is all crap. Ode to woman. Woman is the root of sin, and yet of virtuous deeds again. In Eden it was woman's deed to pluck the apple from the tree. If you've no wealth to offer, you say, she will scorn you and turn away. But once you promise her treasure, she will say she will love you forever. To murderous wrath she gives birth, leaving no peace on this earth. Wounds inflicted by swords cut less deep than woman's barbed words. Those are all crap. What kind of book of poems is that? The only sort of half decent one is the first one, but the first one is actually kind of partially written from the perspective of a woman, because it's like, oh gentle sir, be of good cheer, I shall not cling to another. So it's a woman professing her devotion, professing her what's the word, loyalty. No, not loyalty. What's the word for that? When you become faithfulness to her date. So all of those poems are crap. And okay, wait until Sir Hans is ready. Okay, you're ready, you say. Go back to Sir Hans. Let's do it. Like, I doubt I'm going to remember any of them, but to be honest, that might make the whole quest funnier. And anyway, they are all crap. Like, this is a very shit book of poetry. But I'm supposed to hide like in the bushes or something, so I should probably take off my armor. Where's Sir Hans? Did he go to the butcher's? Okay. He's at Perkstein again. I guess he did say he's going to get dressed, right? So it makes absolute sense for him to be back at his chambers.
Are you ready, Sir Hans?
Henry, something's gone wrong.
Open up. I'm not going to talk to the door.
That potion tasted rather odd, and now I have a feeling my face is broken out. How do I look?
To be honest, I feel like it's wrong to convince him that everything's alright, because he has like sores on his face. If he's asking my honest opinion, I would say he doesn't look quite his best, because I feel like it's mostly for comedic effect, right? But if I really think about it, it's actually kind of fucked up. I would imagine, if my friend asked me before a date how he looks, I wouldn't bullshit him. I would say my honest opinion about what I think about his getup. So...
no offence, sir, but you gave me quite a fright. It looks as though you've slept with your head inside a wasp's nest.
God's holy breeches, I knew it! And it's nearly time for my rendezvous with Carolina. What am I going to do?
I'll get you an antidote. Will an ordinary antidote work for this?
You just sit tight, and I'll go and find you some antidote.
All right. But hurry, Henry. I can't wait any longer.
The best cure for this kind of thing is marigold decoction. I can get you that right away.
Okay, I think I already have it, right?
I've got a remedy for you.
About time. Give it here. As soon as I'm healed, we'll go. Goodbye. It's gone! I'm as gorgeous as before. Let's go!
Okay. We're going then. I wonder which of... Will I have to choose which of the poems to use? They are all crap, but I think the first one, the Gentle Knight or whatever, is the best one. Out of all of them, which doesn't say much because one of them has like weird rapey undertones and the other one is literally about how women suck and they I'm not even sure what it's doing in an anthology of supposed love poems, because it's a poem about how women are sinful and it's all their fault.
Tell me, Henry, how many girls have you had in your life? If you've had any at all, that is.
Well, there's been a few, but I'm sure I can't compare with you.
Ha! Very true. One day plays will be written about my amorous adventures.
Comedies or tragedies?
That might depend on how things go tonight. There's another very pretty girl living in this house here, but she's already got a suitor.
Since when has that ever bothered you?
Since the time her fellow threw me headfirst into a dung heap and kicked my arse for good measure.
It seems your future subjects don't hesitate to take a stick to you when it comes to minding the womenfolk.
I doubt he would have done it if he recognized me. I was, incognito.
Actually, isn't it a crime to wander around without a torch at night? Like, I guess it doesn't apply to Sir Hans, because he's literally the lord of this whole town. But it does kind of apply to me. Okay, let's take a final look at this book of poetry. I think I'll... Gentle night, why linger on? I yearn thus for my love so long. I think I'll go with...
Because of you.
I think I'll go with that. It's like the least shit.
We're almost there. You'll hide behind a gravestone or in the bushes and don't budge from there. Otherwise you might scare her off.
In the bushes where?
Hide, Henry. Time to get started. How do you know it's her who will come out and not someone else? She got the letter and necklace, didn't she? She knows that that is, her secret admirer is coming. And what am I supposed to do? What do you think, dolt? Prompt me from that book of poetry.
To be honest, how would he react if I didn't know how to read?
Who's there? I can't see you.
Your most ardent admirer, fair maid.
Uh-huh. And do you have a name?
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would still be a flower, wouldn't it?
That's actually a quote from Shakespeare, but a mangled one. Which technically...
What are you saying? I can't hear you.
Yeah, this is the best one, I think.
Gentle night, why linger on? I yearn thus for my love so long. Without her words to still my breast, who shall set my soul to rest?
Gentle night, why linger on? I earned this from my love so long. Whip out your worthy silky breasts. Who shall suck my salty bits?
No!
What a guy.
And now my heart in sorrow dwells, from melancholic pining swells, since I, alas, was forced to part from the mistress of my heart.
I know my horses sort of well. Some alcohol from 9 to 12. Seems I always have whores apart from the mistress of my heart.
Psst. What on earth are you saying?
What's that hissing?
It's, a feral goose here in the bushes.
I shall love you then, my dear, as long as you lie with me here. If you'll not give your all to me, no longer shall I bide with thee.
I shall let you drink my beer, as long as you, buy one for me. If you'll not give your ale to me, no longer shall I buy for thee.
Jesus, Henry! What kind of yokel nonsense are you babbling? Me? You're the one who's babbling?
You're an odd one. I've never heard such peculiar poetry in my life. Where on earth did you come up with it?
Blame the French.
It's the latest fashion in France.
You've done enough harm. Better shut up and leave it to me.
How did you like it, dearest?
Ah, how tender you are. Father is coming! Hide!
Who was that talking? If it's some dandy again, I'll gut him with my filleting knife.
I didn't hear anyone.
Did you hear what he said?
But I have a bad feeling about this, Hans. I think we should...
Are you still there?
Still here, my love. How could I have apart from you?
Father's coming. He'll kill you.
He will not. Because it'll never cross his mind where I'll be. Henry, it's time for me to claim my prize. Whatever happens, cover my back.
There you are, you seducer! Now you'll see how a butcher protects his daughter's honor.
Buy me time.
You got some explaining to do, you bastard!
What are you after, you bastard, sneaking around an honest citizen's house in the dark?
I went to mourn over the grave of my great-grandmother.
Oh, yeah. Then what are you doing right beneath my window, eh?
Now, the question is, why are you trampling on great-granny's grave, eh?
Enough of your horse shit. One more word, and I'll have you.
You really came.
How could I not, my dearest?
Not so fast, Prince Charming. But, since you're here...
Hey, what was that?
What was what?
That noise. I'm sure I heard a strange noise.
We're here in the cemetery. Maybe restless spirits, what do you reckon?
I'd swear it came from the window of my own house.
What's that got to do with me?
Someone's been creeping around after my daughter. I come out, and I find you here. Quite a coincidence, eh? So, out with the truth.
You're quite mistaken. I've never laid eyes on your daughter, and if she looks anything like you, I'd rather keep it that way.
Why, you fucking...
Mon petit lapin.
There's a lace here. Untie it.
Don't try to make a fool of me. I heard it clearly. What was that?
Are you all right? It seems to me you're hearing things other folk can't hear. That's not good.
You're saying I'm hearing voices in my head?
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. St. Euphrosyne of Polotsk heard voices too, and she founded a monastery and churches and things.
I heard voices too. Well, could have been voices. I wouldn't swear to it though.
Look, fellas, I was standing right here and I didn't hear a thing. Do you take me for a madman?
Whatever you are, I want to know what you're doing under my daughter's window and who was talking to her. I heard it clear as day.
Good neighbour, it can't be denied that old age dulls a man's ears. I'm here alone, praying for the souls of the good people resting in the cemetery. I've nothing to do with your daughter.
That voice sounded different to yours, though. But where did he get to? You must have seen him. Unless you're covering for him.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Christ almighty. It's haunted here. I knew I should never have come near this cemetery at night.
The only one doing any haunting here is you. And I've done wasting time with you. I'll beat you to a pulp, and then that other bastard. You'll get the hiding of your life.
Okay, to be honest,
You're dead.
the three of them, like, there is a high possibility of them kicking my ass. To be honest,
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Here. Yo! Bring it on. Ow. Let
It's kind of weird that the guards are not intervening. Okay, have you got enough?
Hey! I know you! Clear off before I lose my temper.
Okay, I think...
You?
Okay. Everyone lived. Like, I kind of botched that poetry reading, but on the other hand, I don't think it mattered, because, first of all, as I said, all of those poems are crap, and second, even if I heard, even if I would say the correct poem, I'm pretty sure Sir Hans would have botched it anyway. Like, is he drunk? What's up with that? Like, he botched it so hard that it was actually kind of surprising. Didn't he hear he was talking nonsense? The rule of Saint Nicholas. Friction is a phenomenon that arises when one body in motion is in close contact with another body. The work necessary to overcome friction mainly creates heat. What does it have to do with theft? This is more of a physics book. I don't quite understand that. Okay, I think I have a perk in something. In alchemy. When you successfully brew a potion, you get an extra. Doesn't apply to auto brew. Potions you brew yourself have a 20% higher selling price. Potions will fill you up 30% less, which means you can drink more of them more often. Healing potions will heal you 50% more, but will also intoxicate you. I don't care about any of those. I'll take this, I guess. When you successfully brew a potion, you get one extra. Oh, damn it. I've overeaten.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
How did it go with Carolina, Sir Hans?
Henry, it was the most wonderful night of my life. She was completely entranced by my courting. I hardly had to touch her, and she melted in my arms. And then she took me to paradise. It was glorious. It was sublime. Thanks, in part, to you, my faithful henchman and messenger of love. You've earned your reward.
It was an honour, Sir Hans. When are you going to see her again?
Oh, I'm not going to see her again. All beautiful things must come to an end, and, after all, I am a nobleman, and she is the butcher's daughter.
Well, that's how it ends, with the love of your life. After the secret gifts, the letters, the intrigues, reciting poetry in the moonlight.
My eloquence was wasted on her, Henry. Imagine, the silly cow couldn't even read. She returned the letter to me unopened. Here's the letter, Henry. Read it. At least you're capable of appreciating my literary talent. Read and learn from a poet. See you later.
If it's as bad as the book of poetry that you recommended, then it's going to be quite hilarious. Okay, I didn't quite see what it says. My sweetest, I am your most devoted secret admirer. Secret, for until now, for until I know you long for me as I do for you, I shall not make myself known to you. But once we know each other, then, my beloved puppet, I shall caress your tits, and then I shall seek out the treasure you have carried with you since birth. For there is no lovelier creature than you. I only have to think of you, and I raise a battle tent. Really, Sir Hans, really, is that your idea of a love letter, to be writing about your erection? He's a cretin. He's a dumbass. But let's continue. I only have to think of you, and I raise a battle tent, the likes of which even Sigismund would envy. You must be mine and none others. I shall take you to paradise and back. You shall meet the angels in heaven and call out to God more loudly than ever before. If you want to feel like no woman has ever felt before, put on the necklace tomorrow, and I shall know that I should come to you in the night and sleep inside your secret garden. Your most ardent secret admirer. Okay, this is crap. This is the worst love letter I have ever read. Where are you, Sir Hans? I need to scold you for how bad that was. I really hope the game gives me a chance.
And well, I'm sure we can come to some agreement, your lordship.
Well, bearing in mind, Master Butcher, that we have nothing to come to agreement about yet.
Well, yes, sir. Well, I mean, no, sir. Well, I mean, I thought I ought to let you know what happened. Like, my daughter's good name could be besmirched, dragged through the mud. And his young lordship's too, of course.
Well, only if she should find us... Only if she should find herself with a permanent reminder.
Well, that could happen yet, sir, couldn't it? I mean, if her belly starts to grow. You know how word gets around, and... Well, folk would assume that Sir Hans is the father. Even if some other young fellow was to come along in the meanwhile, and... Well, you know, you already know. The girl can't be watched.
Are you trying to blackmail me? Have you forgotten that I am the lord of this town, and that you are nothing but a stinking butcher?
Oh, God forbid, sir. I'm just thinking of his young lordship's reputation, and my girl's. But, of course, if his young lordship was to recognize the bastard as his own, and pay for his upbringing...
You can thank your lucky stars you're the only butcher around here. Otherwise, I'd have you out on your ear this very day.
But, sir, I'm only...
Here, take this, you damn scoundrel, and never show your face here again.
Thank you, your lordship. I'm sure this will be enough. Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
Blasted fool Capon. I'll wring his neck. I'll have his balls on a platter!
I wonder if I can talk to Sir Hanush about what happened. Or to Sir Hans, for that matter, because that love letter was terrible, and I would like him to know that. Did he go to a tavern already? Like, he was here just a second ago. I'll look for him at the taverns. Oh, is that Sir Hanush? It is.
God bless you. What troubles you?
God be with you.
Okay, apparently can't talk about that affair. Still would like to talk to Sir Hans, if I can. Apparently he has nothing to say, which is kind of interesting to me. But it was a nice little quest. It was kind of funny, and I've grown to like Sir Hans. Like, I feel like, obviously he's a twat, but I feel like that doesn't come from like a bad place of him being a bad person. He's just ridiculously privileged, and he doesn't really know better.
Taken care of the camp.
Where's the proof?
Here it is.
Pleased to hear it. And that's not all. There's some trouble on the road to Sasau. There's most likely another camp thereabouts.
Very well, I'll take a look.
Okay, but I'll do it next time, because this episode has been long enough. So I'm going to save here. And end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!